in Week 15. The Eagles won a blowout in their previous matchup against the Giants. Can New York even the score? The answer comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
2nd and 3. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now this defense for the Eagles, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw again. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there should be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they... Throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Bradley Chubb with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. These two teams have met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And this is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's brought down.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. New York ready to go again offensively. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Let's go.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
He finds his man, complete. It's Little. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Down he goes. Milton Williams. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's taken to the 26. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission. They got his man, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Yeah, they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Christian Wilkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
The Giants on 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
This is Smith with a grab. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And some room to work. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Nice
Devontae Smith, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
2nd down and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And fights through one man. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Here's 2nd and 10. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Elliott on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive there. Just 4 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Let's go, baby.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play.
After review the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out, and he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Kamara. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Runs over him. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 45 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. A give, this is Kamara. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Running with Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Let's go. Come on. Run to the ball. We got a runner.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
49, got it.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Alvin Kamara. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Giants offense now getting set. Start the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Little. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Little. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Man, I got you. Here go Mike 20, Mike 20.
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And Lutz puts this one through.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
99 yards rushing for him so
as his terrific season continues here. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly. Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They go play action with Hurts. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
This is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Possession switching back to the New York Giants.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He finds his man complete. That's Little. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back to throw now on first down. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And Lutz's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the fountain.
There he goes right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. That a 92-yard kick return. And the Eagles continue to roll. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle, Denver, Super Bowl 48, Percy Harvin to start the second half? Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 23.
He'll start with a give to Kamara.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run it again with Kamara. A solid stiff arm. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
123 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the... out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
We got this.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 12.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10.
Kamara there with a 1st down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
We saw that coming.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Coming left is Kamara. A gain of 3, 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.